Horror Story 1: Echoes of the Forgotten Ward. I never believed in ghosts until that night in the old Willowbrook Asylum. It was supposed to be a quick urban exploration gig, me and my buddy Alex sneaking in with our cameras to film some creepy footage for our YouTube channel. The place had been abandoned since the 70s, after scandals about patient abuse and unethical experiments. We figured it'd be empty halls and dusty rooms, nothing more. But as we pushed through the rusted chain-link fence under the cover of midnight, a chill wind whispered through the overgrown weeds, carrying the faint scent of mildew and something metallic, like old blood. The asylum loomed like a skeletal giant, its windows, shattered eyes staring into the darkness. We slipped inside through a broken basement door, our flashlights cutting thin beams through the dust-choked air. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the drip-drip of water from leaking pipes. "This place gives me the creeps," Alex muttered, his voice echoing unnaturally. I laughed it off, but my skin prickled. We'd heard the stories: patients left to rot, lobotomies gone wrong, spirits trapped in eternal torment. Urban legends, right? We started in the East Wing, what used to be the women's ward. Graffiti covered the walls, desperate scrawls like "Help me," and faded drawings of eyes watching from the shadows. As we filmed, I noticed the temperature drop, my breath fogging in the beam of light. Then, a soft sound, a child's laughter, echoing from down the hall. Alex froze. "Did you hear that?" We followed it, our footsteps crunching on broken tiles. The laughter grew clearer, interspersed with sobs, leading us to a door marked Isolation Room 7. Pushing it open, the room was barren except for a rusted bed frame and yellowed restraints dangling like limp snakes. The laughter stopped abruptly. Panned my camera around, heart pounding. That's when I saw it. A small pale handprint on the wall, fresh and wet as if pressed there moments ago. "Alex, look!" But he was staring at the floor, where shadows twisted unnaturally, forming shapes that looked like huddled fingers. We backed out with the door slammed shut behind us, the lock clicking into place. Panic set in. I rattled the handle, but it wouldn't budge. From the other side, scratching, nails on wood, slow and deliberate. "Who's there?" I yelled, my voice cracking. No answer, just more scratching, growing frantic. Alex pounded on the door, screaming for help, but the asylum swallowed our cries. That's when the whisper started. Fainted first, like wind through cracks, but they formed words. "Stay with us. You're one of us now." I felt a cold breath on my neck, turning to see nothing but darkness. Alex's face went pale. He clutched his head, muttering about voices in his mind, reliving memories that weren't his. Flashes of electroshock therapy, screams of the damned. I realized then the asylum wasn't just haunted. It fed on your fears, twisting your sanity like those old restraints. We clawed at the door for what felt like hours, the whispers acidulating the streets. Finally, with a groan, it swung open on its own. We bolted, not looking back, but as we escaped into the night, I glanced over my shoulder. In the window of room 7, a shadowy figure watched us, a woman in a tattered gown, her eyes glowing with unnatural light. We never uploaded that footage. Some nightmares are better at buried, but sometimes in the quiet of night, I still hear that laughter echoing in my dreams.
Story 2: The Doctor's Last Experiment. My grandfather was a janitor at Blackwood Asylum back in the 1950s, and he swore the place was cursed. He told me stories over whiskey, his hands shaking as he described the treatments that left patients as hollow shells. I thought it was just old man's tales until I inherited his journal after he passed. Hidden in its pages were entries about Dr. Harlan Crow, a psychiatrist obsessed with unlocking the human mind through experimental drugs. The asylum shut down after a fire in '62, but rumors persisted of secret underground labs where Crow continued his work in secret. Curiosity got the better of me. I had to see for myself. Armed with a flashlight and a crowbar, I drove to the ruins on a foggy autumn evening. The building was a crumbling husk, vines choking its brick facade like grasping fingers. I found the hidden entrance in the boiler room, a trap door leading to stairs slick with moss and decay. The air down there was thick, smelling of chemicals and rot, like a forgotten morgue. My footsteps echoed, and I could almost hear the distant moans of long-gone patients. Deeper in, I discovered the lab. Rusted operating tables, shelves of dusty vials labeled with cryptic names like Serum X9, Memory Erasure. Papers scattered on the floor detailed Groh's experiments, injecting subjects to induce hallucinations that revealed the soul's true fears. One entry chilled me. Patient 47 broke free today. She claims the serum awakens something ancient. I must go further. As I read, a low hum started, like machinery whirring to life. The lights, impossibly, flickered on, dim bulbs casting long shadows. I spun around, heart racing. Footsteps approached, slow and deliberate from the corridor. "Who's there?" I called, but my voice was swallowed by the hum. A figure emerged, tall, in a stained white coat, face obscured by a surgical mask. It couldn't be. Groh had died in the fire. He didn't speak, just gestured to a table with restraints. I backed away, but the door I'd come through sealed shut with a metallic clang. Panic surged as the figure advanced, syringe in hand, glinting under the light. "This is for science," a raspy voice echoed, not from the figure, but from speakers hidden in the walls. Recordings, perhaps? No, it felt alive, personal, whispering my deepest fears, failures, losses, the isolation I'd felt since Grandpa died. I fought back, knocking over shells, vials shattering and releasing acrid fumes that blurred my vision. Hallucinations hit, walls bleeding, ink-like shadows, hands reaching from the floor. The figure loomed, injecting air into my arm. No, it was real? I screamed, thrashing until I broke free, stumbling up the stairs. As I escaped, I heard laughter, crows echoing from below. The journal later revealed the truth. Groh had faked his death, using the asylum as a trap for the curious, continuing his experiments on unwitting visitors. Grandpa had been one of them, his mind shattered. Now, I check my arms for needle marks in the mirror, wondering if the serum ever truly leaves you.